Well, hello. It's been a minute since we've played Super Mega Baseball 4 on the channel, and to be honest, the motivation just hasn't been there. Between the updates for this game coming to a close without fixes to some of the accessibility issues with the game, some life things to boot, I'm hoping my controller doesn't die on me here. But you couple that with some work and life things going on, it's been really hard to want to get back into this game. So what I'm going to say is we're going to try to finish out this season, hopefully soon, possibly within the next few days. And then I might just give this a rest. To be honest, this game is fun. I've enjoyed my time with it, but I feel like I don't know. I think with the, lack of updates, the not fixing for accessibility things makes it really hard for me not to want to jump in knowing that there's going to be the possibility of fixes. So we're on the road for game 29. And I got to scoot some things out of the way in front of me here so I don't throw something across the room. That's the goal. Okay. So we're going to take a look at the lineup as we head to Hoboken, I believe, take on the Haulers. We have Heel Mitchell stepping in. He'll lead things off in left. Batting second and first, it's going to be Dean Robinson, also filling in for Intense Nico. Sportsman Katrina Lynn will take the 3 spot out in right field. Cleaning it up, as she does, is Princess, who is locked in out in center. And the youngster, which I can read, I promise. Kareem Park will be at second. Playing short, it will be I cannot, you guys. It's been so long since I'm like, who are all these people? Braden Jetterson and Kai Thrustmaster will play third. Finley Chase will catch for Ruby on the hill. We're going to get ready to send this thing out there to Hoboken and get this thing underway. Like I said, it's been a while. The commentary might be a little rusty, but let's play ball.
Excitement is in the air here at Carroll Point. The wait is over. It's baseball time.
Baseball time indeed. The playoffs are in full swing in the MLB, and we're wrapping up this season here and doing it with Heel Mitchell to lead off the ball game here in New Jersey. First offering from the starter, whose name I didn't read, and we're underway for the first time in a while. Hope you are well. 2 quick strikes on Heel Mitchell, and a line out is going to end the at-bat for out number 1. That'll bring up Dean. Lots of fill-in spots here for the Pelicans. On the lineup, first pitch to Dean is right there for strike 1. 2 quick strikes on the first baseman Robinson, and for the second straight at bat with 2 strikes, there's an out on the infield. 2 up, 2 down for Katrina. It's been a while since we've played this, so I don't even know where we left off, really. And that's a foul ball from Katrina, so every batter's started with 2 strikes in this inning. And Katrina pops it up, 3 up and 3 down for the Pelicans in the first. 3 infield outs, and here come the Haulers on offense against Ruby Farrell. Isla Chapman, former member of the Pelicans organization, steps in against the lefty Farrell. And she deals a ball inside. It's 1-0. Allen ball and a strike on Isla, who gets a piece, fouls it away to make the count 1-2. Ruby deals on the ground, playable at short second or first or somewhere, and someone dealt with it. And there's an out. Oliver Homebrew, who has left Colorado. He was a former member of the Dazzlers as he fouls one away, 0-1. Known for his craft beer hobby exploits as he knocks one foul. Homebrew ahead 2-1, and there's a nope, those 2-2. Now it's a strikeout, so Ruby picks up her first. Charlie Hunt will step in And the Haulers looking to get something started here in the first. Take a strike. Hunt knocks that on the ground. Playable, should end the inning, and will do just that. We've played one from New Jersey. Nobody cracking the score column just yet. We head to the second. Cleanup spot due, and it'll be Princess Precious. When she gets a hold of him, she gets a hold of him. First offering on the way. Well, she got a hold of that, but not properly. And an easy out, number one, as we move to the 5 spot in the lineup. For Kareem, the youngster, having a breakout season for the Pelicans. The first offering. Hit on the ground, back to the mound, no problem. 2 gone. And Braden Jetterson will dig in now. Still not talking to anybody. Offering. And Jetterson gets a hold of this. Center, right center field. It's going back and gone. Braden Jetterson sends it out of here, and the Pelicans take a 1-0 lead on the road here in the second. He got a hold of it and sent it out of here. High line drive, home run, and that'll bring up Kai Thrustmaster. Pelicans lead 1-0, and Kai just about punched a base hit up the middle instead. It's a long throw out, and that's the second with a run scoring on the solo homer. It's 1-0 Pine City. Bash Bassinet, who can be a threat, will dig in. Chase sets up, and Ruby deals a strike. Ball and a strike here to Bassinet, who gets a hold of it, knocks it out of play. It's 1-2. That's on the ground. The game of the ground balls continues. Is Smoke Davis? Didn't quite catch the name as Farrell starts off inside 1-0. 2 straight, maybe setting up for something outside, and it's not close. 3-0. Whoever this is just walked on 4 straight. So runner aboard. Timber Radical. Runner aboard, 1 gone, double play would end the inning. Here comes Ruby. Runner goes, the throw from Finley is not in time. That's a stolen base. And that tying run moves into scoring position. 2 strikes, here comes Farrell. No, 1-2. Not close there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second. On the ground, should be playable. The throw to first is in time. We'll keep the runner at second. Here comes Twin Curtis. Center fielder, 2 gone, runner at second. Big spot here for Ruby. She deals nowhere close there, 1-0. Curtis gets a hold of it down the line, and that just about gave Hoboken the lead, but stayed foul. Now Curtis moves ahead. Another one down the line, that one the other direction. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ruby trying to get a huge strikeout right here. Another 2-2. Sizzles, foul, will do it again. Here she comes. Inside, the count is full, 3-2. On the way. Got a hold of it. It's fair. Throw over and not in time. Runners are at the corners and the inning continues. Here comes Regan. Runners at the corners. 2 out in a 1-0 ball game. Regan swings and misses 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. Throw. Back is the runner. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 out runners at the corners in a 1-0 ball game. That's a base hit. And this ball game is tied. Run scoring single for Regan. Artisanal Ramirez steps in, still 2 gone. Now runners first and second. A pop-up, and this should end the inning. Somebody's getting to that baseball. And it ends before the damage can get worse, but Hoboken ties it up in the second. We move to the third, score one apiece. Here comes Finley. All tied up at one as we start the third. And the ball grounded in a hurry in the game of the ground balls, as we dubbed it earlier, has continued. One up, one down, and here comes number one. It's Ruby Farrell stepping in for her first cuts. Lefty box and takes inside. 1-0 does Ruby. That one's in there. Plain 11 to Farrell, who takes a strike. The 1-2 will even it up. Ruby trying to battle here. 2-2. Not close, and the count is full on Farrell. She gets a hold of that. Get down ball. And it'll get down, but into a glove. And not the result you were shooting for, but here comes Heel. Mitchell is the lineup card. Flips over for the Pelicans. Heel Mitchell with 2 away. Starts off ahead 1-0 and takes 2-0. That one's in there. 2 balls and a strike to Heel, who gets a hold of it, fouls it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. That'll fill it. 3-2 to Mitchell. And he's going to walk. The inning is going to continue. You have to take advantage of mistakes. And Dean Robinson now has the chance to do just that with Heel over at first and 2 gone. Here it comes. Dean takes the first one, calibrating. 0-1 outside. Ball and a strike. Dean swings and doesn't come up with it. The 1-2. Not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Robinson. Here it is. He gets a hold of it and lines out immediately. So we'll move bottom half of the third. Still tied up 1 apiece. Here's Isla. Had a go at Ruby earlier in the ballgame, and now we're getting to that second time through the order. Critical point for a starter of any caliber. Farrell not showing any fear here. 0-2, and she's got her on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. That'll bring up Oliver Homebrew. 1 gone. Good start for Ruby. Young Chase calling a decent game here, but Ruby can't locate. 2-0. Now 2 balls and a strike. Got to be careful to Homebrew because he can get after one in a hurry. 2-2. And they're pitching carefully here. 3-2. Homebrew base hit up the middle. And you know, with a guy like that, sometimes you have to be happy it's only a single. Here's Charlie Hunt. And Homebrew's at first. Double play would end it. Ruby behind a 1-0 to Hunt. Throws over. In time, it was not. Runner goes. The pop-up foul will be a souvenir. And Chuck takes that one. 2 balls and a strike, now 3-1. Trouble here for Farrell. She gets one in there to fill the count. 3-2-1. The runner goes, and that is trouble. Center field going back. That's going to find real estate. It's bought a house. It might have a kid or 2. And the Hoboken Haulers have moved ahead 2-1. All right. Well, you have to deal with the hand you have, and right now that hand is on the bat of Bassinet. Lefty box, dangerous hitter. 1-0 with 1 gone, now 2-0. Runner at second, so you have a base open if you need it. Bassinet says, I don't need it. Way left field and out of here, and Hoboken have doubled their lead. So we go from a 2-1 to a 4-1. And now that scoreboard looks a little bit unhappy if you are a Pelicans fan. Here is Horse Moody out of the bullpen. Trots outdoes the big man. Switching to the first base side of the rubber. The righty starts off outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big ask of Moody to keep the team in it, but a 1-2 count in his favor. Even up 2-2, going for the strikeout, and he's got it.
Now batting, third baseman, number 16, Timber Radical.
Timber Radical against Horse, 2 out in the inning. Damage done already. Radical on the ground, and the play-in time over at first. But it's 3 runs for Hoboken, and they now lead it 4-1 as we move to inning number 4.
Number 51, Katrina.
And you have to think you want to answer back with at least one as Katrina Lynn steps in to try to get something started for the Pelicans. She gets a hold of the first one she sees on the ground to first, and there's one gone.
Center fielder, number 26.
Well, Princess could put one back up on the board, the cleanup spot. Always a crucial one in any lineup, and Princess is a good person to have there. She comes up with air on the first swing, or 0-1. I know the baseball count to right field. That's going back, stays fair, and it's gone. Princess Precious put a charge into that one way out of here in right field, and it's a 4-2 ball game. How about that?
Second baseman, number 2, Kareem Park.
Kareem Park steps in. Another big hit from Princess this year, and that's been the theme with Precious. Kareem gets a hold of that. Left center field. If it stays fair and up, it's gone, but it's caught. She gave it a ride. Jetterson, who has gone deep this ball game, now comes in. 2 are out to score 4-2. Jetterson fires one down the line, foul. It's 0-1. Now takes downstairs. Now that's in there. So Jetterson behind 1 and 2 gets a hold of it. First base side, but foul. And Braden trying to get a hold of another one to stay alive, and he'll strike out. But that is a productive inning as 1 scores on the Princess Precious solo shot. We move bottom 4-4 your score. Center fielder to center fielder. Here's twin Curtis. Now batting against Moody, who got out of trouble last half inning. The 1-1 on the way to Curtis. Downstairs, so location, in command. Trouble for pitching in potential key situations. 2-2 on the ground, and we continue our pattern. Plays over at first, not in time though, as Curtis had the wheels to leg it out. Here comes Regan, who hit a base hit to get the offense started for Hoboken, and that's a strike. Always good to get ahead. Runner goes. Finley throws. No. Stolen base. And so trouble now. A 1-2 count. Big strikeout opportunity right here for Horse Moody, and he's not going to get it there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground, the game of the ground balls is going to keep on rolling. We've got a runner at third after the play. Here's Artisanal Ramirez, and 2 are in play. Ramirez gets a hold of that right field, and that sounded different. Caught. The runner tagging from third will score. So erase the run back from Princess. It's 5-2. Not what you want to see, but the lineup card flips over regardless. The show must go on, and Horse gives up a big fly to Chapman. Left field, going back, and caught near the wall. Or maybe out in center field. I'm blind. I don't know. 5th inning up and coming. It's a 5-2 Hauler lead.
Number 14, Kai Thrustmaster.
And stepping in to start it off here is Kai. Big hits, not a stranger to Thrustmaster, but not as common as we wish they would be. But a 2-0 count is favorable. You take one there. You got the green light, I would say. And Thrustmaster, high cane of corn to left center field, and easy out there for the first one.
Number 73, Finley
Here comes the youngster in Finley Chase, trying to catch what her pitchers can't locate today, as comes in with a 3-run deficit and a chance to try to get some offense going with one gone here, and a 2-1 count. Could be worse, and Finley knocks one foul, evening it at 2-2, and then striking out 2-3.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 15, Horse.
That'll be the big man, Horse Moody, to step in.
Now batting, Lachlan.
We're going to see Lachlan Brewer step in pinch hitterly, or as a pinch hitter, I don't know. It's a strike on Brewer and a ball, so 1-1 to Lachlan. And Brewer, man, did he get a hold of that one. That's going to be a long souvenir just west of the foul pole on the third base side. He put a charge in that's just going to straighten it out. 2-2 on the way. And through. That's a big base hit for Brewer. How about that to put a runner on in a big spot? Still 2 gone. But now a chance to keep on rolling in Hugh Mitchell. And put him within 1 if he could get after one right here in the right way. Mitchell takes his strike. So 2 are on. 1 is on a ground ball. And man, if that doesn't kill this team today. Not great there. Lorenzo Clark coming into pitch, trying to keep him in it. The offense could do it if we can keep that a 3-run deficit. The big man exits. Clark replaces. Here comes home Brew, and this is a huge spot for Clark, as the right-hander almost gets the first batter he faces with the ball. 1-0 is in there, but the crowd reeling after that. Clark maybe struggling a little bit after that. The 2-1 is a base hit for Oliver Home Brew. A leadoff runner aboard. Not what you want to see as we open up the 5th. Here comes Charlie Hunt. Now we're close. Lorenzo might be having a tough one. Runner goes. Finley throws. Not in time again. They know they can steal on Finley, and they're taking advantage of that today, and it's a 2-1 count. Lorenzo, runner goes again. Finley fires, no dice. So runner now at third, nobody out, in a 3-2 count. What's happening to Clark? We haven't seen this man give up a walk in months, mostly because I haven't uploaded this game in months, but man, Bassinet, runners at the corners, nobody out, and a 3-run deficit. And Clark throws into first, no dice. Bassinet, left center field, going back. Hanging up there, though, and catchable, and a runner is going to tag from third and score. It's a 6-2 Hoboken lead. At 4 runs, feels scarier than 3. Obviously, but it just feels more doable. And Finley not able to make the play. They're running all over Chase. And a weird little balk on the ground, and someone's gonna throw that thing, and everybody's safe. What a circus! Come on, you gotta make those plays.
Now pitching, Brittany Roden.
Well, Brittany Roden will take over on the hill in hopes of salvaging something. 6-2, runners still at the corners and only 1 out. Runners going for second, and that's going to be an out. Finley, huge play right there at second, and Brittany gets the strikeout. How about that for turning the momentum around in a hurry? 6th inning. And now you have to do something. You have to reward the plays your defense just gave you. And if you don't, you're going to regret it. Robinson at first takes a strike. Knocks one up into the air. An easy pop-up for out number 1. And not how you want to start the 6th when you're behind. Here comes Katrina, who's due, I would say. On going for Lynn, nobody aboard as Hoboken lead by 4. Katrina gets a base hit up the middle. And that's going to roll towards the wall. Katrina going to hold up a long single. Probably wise. And that'll bring up Princess. Runner is at first for the Big Bat, who's already homered today. Princess does it again. Left center field going back. That one is gone. 2-run shot for Princess. And just like that, the Pine City Pelicans come back within spitting distance. It's 6-4. Her second homer of the game. And that is huge. That gave me chills. Here comes Park. Al Hicks is going to come on in relief. Kareem takes outside. Swing and a miss. All right, a 1-2 on the way. Park wants to do something here. Gets a hold of it, fouls it away. We'll do it one more time. Here it is from Al, and nowhere close. Here we go, 2-2, and that's a strike. Down goes Park.
Number 17, Brayden Jetterson.
Jetterson. Man, this game's been a roller coaster. Jetterson on the ground, base hit up the middle, and here we go. Jetterson's on at first. Inning will continue, and it's going to be for Kai. If Thrustmaster can get a hold of one here, this could make the difference. 6-4. Thrustmaster, the ground ball killed them. The ground ball killed them again. Bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-4 game after the 2-run shot from Princess, and you got to mount a stop here. Here comes Curtis. Trouble afoot. Brittany pitched a decent half inning with help from Finley to get a huge out. And she's on for a second inning of work with a 1-2 count to Curtis. She struck her out, and here we go. One gone.
Second baseman, number 33,
Guy Regan. Brittany Rosen set to do battle. That's a strike. Roten ahead, 0-2. And on the ground, that's going to be a long single, or a regular paced single, I suppose. So that'll put a runner aboard, and that's where Hoboken's kind of gotten in trouble. Here comes Al Hicks, who came on in relief last half. Will bat for himself here. Inside the ball, so you gotta hope that maybe there can be a double play. Not a 2-0 count, Brittany. Come on now. 3-0. What are you doing, Roten? You cannot walk the opposing pitcher. 3-1 on the way. Throws to first. Why? Another throw over. What are you doing? Come on. Pinch the ball. 3-1. And that's a funky little on the ground foul ball to make the count. 3-2. Big pitch right here. Runner goes foul ball. We'll do it again. 3-2. Here we are. Roten fires. And a little bunt. Moderately successful. The ground ball sacrifice does its job. Dangerous to bunt with 2 strikes. So hats off to Hicks there. Here comes Isla. Back to the leadoff spot. Roten's got 2 outs, trying to send the Pelicans to the 7th with a hope of doing something. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Isla. Brittany fires. No, that's low. 2-1 on the way, and that's right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. She fires. Nope, 3-2. And Roten gets out of trouble again, and the strikeout will send the Pelicans to inning number 7. The 2-run deficit stands between them and getting ahead. It'll be Finley. Had a little bit of a rough one in terms of being stolen upon. But starts out ahead here, 1-0. Chase takes, and that's in there. A 1-2 on the way to the young Finley, and that's not close, so it'll even at 2. Swing and a miss. Finley goes down. 2 outs. Do something important. Here comes Brittany.
Now batting,
It'll be Nico Sportsman coming in off the bench in a big spot. Get a hold of something and get after it, Nico. 1-0 on the way. Foul. He had a chance. Now that's outside. Sportsman moves ahead. And it's even now 2-2. Big pitch right here, and Nico knocks one out of play. Sportsman swings and misses. A huge strikeout right there. And now there's one out remaining. Heel Mitchell. Last hope for the Pine City Pelicans as they trail. BB Dakota will come on, trying to get that last out. A strike, 0-1. Ball outside, here comes Heel. Gets a hold of it, fouls it away, and the Pelicans down to their final strike. Heel Mitchell, 1-2, fouls it away, will do it again. One more, 1-2 pitch on the ground, the game of the ground balls. Nope, not going to do it, foul. He does it again, foul. 1-2 to Mitchell. He's battling and he wants a good one. Here it is. That's inside. It'll even up at 2. And 3-2 to Mitchell. Come on, kid. And that's ball for the inning. Will continue. Tying run at the plate. Dean Robinson. You won't see a bigger at-bat this season, Dean. Here it is. Dean gets a hold of it. Right field. Going back. Gone! We are tied in the 7th. Dean Robinson. Huge 2-run shot. And just like that, we're starting over at 6 apiece. Here comes Katrina. A stunned crowd here in Hoboken. That's a first pitch strike to Katrina Lynn. Inside a ball. 1-1. Lynn takes inside again. Katrina gets a hold of that base hit up the middle. The inning will continue. Crowd not happy with their pitching at the moment, and here comes Princess. Bahamid Green will take over on the base paths. Princess with the bat. Here it is. Nowhere close. Ball and no strikes. You are playing with fire. 1-1. Not close. 2 balls and a strike. Princess. Swing and a miss. She got air. 2-2. Oh, takes it inside. Here she comes. 3-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. And ladies and gentlemen, we have free baseball on our hands. It's going to be, I think, Marker Douglas to pitch the bottom of the 7th. Oliver Homebrew. Well, you tied it in your half. Molly O'Connor will take over for somebody, and I couldn't tell who. Trying to see if that's Green I see behind the plate, and I don't think it is. A 1-1 count. That's on the ground. Throw over from the ground is an out. Huge spot right here to keep the momentum going. Charlie Hunt steps in. Here we go. Douglas upstairs. No on that 2-0. You got to be careful to anybody in this lineup. 3-0. Not even close, and Douglas walks on 4 straight as he go-ahead run. Bash Bassinet. Trying to bamboozle one and send this crowd home happy. Nowhere close there, and Douglas might need a mound visit. Runner's going to go to second on the wild pitch, and it's 2-0. And the intentional walk going to be given to Bassinet here. 2 on, and this feels big. Smoke Gomez. Well, this is the spot you don't want to find yourself in. 2 on, 1 out. The foul ball makes it 0-1. At least they're swinging at something, but now it's 1-1. And that could do it. Right field, Gomez has just walked off the Hoboken Haulers in a thriller that the score is going to tell you a little different than the emotional roller coaster of this ball game, as it is over. And the Haulers take this ball game in regulation. Man, 9-6 your final, but it didn't feel that way. 10-8 the hits, 10 for them, 8 for us. No errors in this one. Here's a look at the numbers for those of you who are mathematically inclined and interested in that sort of thing. Man, the pitching. The win really late. Going to go to Dakota. The loss going to be Douglas, I believe. MVPs, if you want to see those. Princess, I mean, how can you not acknowledge this despite the loss today? 2 for 4 with 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. For that to fall apart the way it did, almost come back together and end that way, I mean, if that isn't baseball, I don't know what is. Manager moment we have to contend with, and, man, Bro Boom wants a new face for their accelerated QE campaign. What are we looking at? The somewhat struggling Kareem Park in the loyalty department? We're looking at Molly. I want to go with the youngster because you're so young. But Molly has been so dependable for us, and we're getting towards the end of the season. We're going Kareem. Sorry, Molly. We got another one who's about to lose loyalty. I just saw the red that these two players are always going on about what? What are they fighting about? Dogs are better? That's a nonsense argument. Is it J.C. Ali, who we don't have a lot of rep with necessarily? Well, we do, but we don't know why. Man, minus 25 loyalty. Or is it going to be for Dean? I mean, Ali is pretty good, but not amazing. We're going to go with Dean on this. I'm sorry, man. Well, if that doesn't sum up the great American pastime, I don't know what does. Thank you for watching another episode. We'll get you a preview in just a moment of our next ball game. Like I said, we're going to try to ramp up this season and start putting ourselves in a direction to keep rolling. I'm not sure if I'll continue this series immediately or kind of put it on the pause for a little while. I might get back into this game at some point. It can just be hard to want to get back into it, so let me know what you guys are thinking down there in the comments as to how you feel about this series and kind of where we are at. Those Franklin City Flyers, man, are trouble, and they are on our tails, and we will be playing them in a huge ball game during our next contest. And, well, we're 18-11, so for game 30 of the season, they're 19-12. They are hot on our tails. They have a heck of a pitching rotation, extreme rotation aces. And we are not that. We are power hitters. At least that's what the numbers say. And on the mound due is Ella, who's had a good season. She's doing reasonably well. Elite four-seamer for Ella this year, a 1-3 record with a 5.34 ERA. Countering for the bad guys, it is going to be Pearl Moses. Pearl this year, despite the consistent workhorse trait, has shown, well, great working ability. A 2-0 record with a 2.57 ERA. Kind of a scary opponent on their side. They have Walter Owen, they have Doug Davis, and they have Goodman. We counter with our own human beings of note, who include Hoomst. Princess, of course. Also, Brittany Roden, who I don't know why we're highlighting her, but she is, after her pitching performance, she's kicking butt and taking names. And then Kareem Park. We're going to quick get a look at our player development potential options, which include Horse Moody, which I'm not opposed to, and we would not like to gain Surrounded, is what I'm thinking there. And Jetterson could lose Slowpoke, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. We're going to add speed, we're going to add fielding, we're going to add arm. None of which would necessarily hurt. Those are all stats that could be better. But as someone who's primarily an infielder, we could think about that for sure. Let's see what our other options include. Kareem Park could end up with Whiffer, which we would not love to see. For a couple power and a speed, I don't know that that's necessarily worth the risk. We are not gaining Wild Thing for Ella, especially because she is starting against our next opponents, who are a huge ball game. Precious could have just 2 contact, which I wouldn't be opposed to if we end up with money at the end. However, I wouldn't call it a huge priority. Ruby Farrell could have a junk and an accuracy added to her own reputations, which wouldn't hurt matters. Let's hop back up here, and I'm thinking the one we start with is this for Jetters, who, or no, was it speed, fielding, arm? Was this what we were looking at? Yeah. We're going to do this for Jetters. Jetterson? Jetters, I don't know why I'm going Jetters, but come on, give me something good here. Come on. Hey, we removed this trait, and so C+ now for Jetters. Jetterson? I'm going to say Jetters forever now, sorry. And then the other one we were going to do is this for Ruby, I think. Or do we do the one for Princess and make her even more disturbing? Let's do that. Come on. Oh, 73? I mean, not bad, to be sure. Alright, well, next ball game, we are home again. And as we get ready to take on the big division rivals, this could be one of the biggest games of the season, and I've put it off like a silly goose. But so it is, and so it will be. We will get a look at the lineup and all of that as we continue this season. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe and give your comments in the comments section if you have any feedback, such as questions, comments, queries, theories, concerns, or anything else. Thanks for checking out this episode, and we will see you soon for a game against the Flyers. Peace.